conservatives.
we just gonna run it just like that. Yeah, I guess. Well, let's play our little intro music.
With the jazz hands.
This is like the this reminds me of like the intro to like a 80s TV show or something.
Whatever fucking makes it.
Whatever.
I'm pretty sure that whatever this is not copyrighted.
Yeah. But I mean, technically, this is supposed to be it.
Dramatic. Our Devils, brought to you by Aaron Sorkin.
Welcome. I'd like to welcome y'all to, this is technically the first episode of White Devils podcast. We did the pilot episode last week. Everything went a little rough around the edges, but it is to be expected, seeing it's a
work in progress.
It's a work in progress. So yeah.
Buttercup. We're entertaining even when we're fucking stupid.
Yeah, basically. So we're gonna start off tonight or today. Yeah, tonight. I guess it's 5 o'clock where we're at. So I guess it is technically evening. Good evening, everybody tuning in. I'm Rob Vill, and this is my esteemed co-host Rich. We're gonna start today off with the Breonna Taylor ruling. The grand jury came back today, and it's exactly what we thought it was gonna be. There was one of the three officers was indicted only for shooting, endangering the public, basically. I think. Yeah, basically for the shots that went into the three other apartments. So
I mean, they split the baby on this. That's a term, or not a legal term that's used around the courthouses.
Well, I knew I knew it was going to happen just for the simple fact that they started to shut downtown Louisville down yesterday.
I actually thought that they weren't going to indict anybody for anything, and that was why they did that.
Yeah, but soon as the city threw the $12 million at her family last week, I knew the grand jury wasn't coming. They knew what was going to happen already last week, so they threw the $12 million at the family and
the police reform
and the police reform. No more no-knock warrants in Louisville.
There's other reforms too. I still haven't looked them up, but I've heard them talk about them. There's a handful of them.
Yeah. So basically what happened was, let me share this real quick. Share the screen for you guys. Basically what happened is the grand jury came back and they did not, one of the three officers was charged. Let's see. Civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump on Wednesday condemned the grand jury's decision to indict a single Louisville, Kentucky officer in the case of Breonna Taylor, who was fatally shot by police inside her apartment. The Jefferson County grand jury indicts former officer Brett Hankinson with 3 counts of wanton endangerment in first degree. I thought I was about to order something from from Panda Express or something.
It's sort of like manslaughter. I've heard it like.
Yeah. Basically, it basically is gross negligence and public endangerment. Basically, what it comes down to. Let's see. We do have comment already. Before I get back to this, well, I guess it's not showing me the comments. Whatever. If you commented, I'll get back to it in a second. Let's see. Or basically, the computer's freezing. I got the pinwheel. But we knew what was going to happen. Like we knew. This is what it's been 195, 697, between 196, 198 days. I forget exactly which one what it is.
I could excuse them for the time it took. I don't know how to feel about this. Like, first off, before we even get into that, is any for every murdered or any assaulted, any injured Black person by the police? Ben Crump has been your lawyer this year. His rates have to be through the roof.
Well, you know what? I guess you could say they wanted to keep a united front. Everybody, it's a smart. Same thing as why all these ladies go with fucking what's her name in in California. What's that? Uh, fuck, I can't think of her name.
Well,
Oh, Gloria Aldrin.
uh,
You know, everybody's so quick to go with her when something's happening with that. You know, so I'm trying to get this shit to stop sharing because my screen's frozen totally like a motherfucker. Uh, hopefully that's not bad on the other end.
well,
Um,
so getting back to the matters at hand.
So
I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't blame him either. But he will be dropping back in because we're going to do a show. He's a vet. He's an American veteran. He was in the army, so he's going to be back and
He'll be here for the VA
yeah.
episode.
All right, so we're back live. Sorry about that, guys. We had technical difficulties. You know, as soon as we start going in on shit that mainstream America don't agree with, something like that happens.
Breonna Taylor shit is too hot.
Yes.
They overloaded the system.
Yeah, exactly.
The powers that be tried to silence us, man. Get woke, my brothers.
Yes, exactly. All right, let's get back to it. So came back, wanton endangerment, which means it's
Attempted
bullshit.
manslaughter, I
Yeah,
guess.
Basically.
Reckless endangerment. Yeah, 3
Reckless
counts.
endangerment is basically what it is. So, and people wonder why cities burn after shit like this happens.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's messy and it's easy to get upset about, and you should be upset. I'm upset about Breonna Taylor. The issue is, as I was saying, A, they had a legal right to be there. B, they were fired upon first. They have the neighbor confirming that the police announced themselves coming in. And then this was all done by a grand jury, which is 12 citizens.
Yeah, it's
so it's hard for me to be like, well, they fucked us. I mean, they kind of did, but it's like us fucking us. It doesn't, like they were presented with everything, and that's what they came back with. I wanted more to happen. I felt like more should have happened, but I don't know what you charge. How do you go to a homicide with those circumstances? I don't know.
Yeah, it don't make no sense. I mean, either way, we knew from previous experience that justice was not going to be served.
Well, even getting this wanton endangerment, and I mean, and this started. I really feel like this started with Laquan McDonald.
Okay.
Before that, nobody, like, the idea of a cop getting indicted and found guilty for any of this was ludicrous. Could never happen.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, is it a softer charge than you would have liked? Probably, but it's a charge, and it's probably going to stick because he definitely shot into all those different.
Yeah. He definitely,
he ain't walking on this.
No. This one he won't. This one's actually.
And here, I'm going to make a pledge too to you guys. When we come on here next week, I'm going to tell you what the Breonna Taylor settlement reforms are. I'm going to learn them, and we're going to go into them next week. I don't have them right now, but we will. So we will see what the value of these reforms are, because they do count in this whole grand total of, I don't know, recompense we're amassing.
Okay.
There's the 12 million, there's the 3 indictments, and then there's the reforms. We'll see. We'll see what they're worth.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, time will tell. Basically, unfortunately, there's been a couple of things that's transpired since last week. I don't want to spend too much time on Breonna Taylor because me and O'Brien will touch on that on the Danger Zone. That we didn't do Danger Zone past 2 weeks on Tuesday. The Danger Zone is moving to Wednesdays. So all my shows will be on Wednesdays. From 2 to 4, you'll be able to catch Danger Zone with Il Brown and I. Then
sometimes off camera, Rich.
Off camera, Rich. Then from 5 to 7, it'll be me and Rich on White Devils, and then from 8 till 10 or whatever we go to with me and Indy with Unpopular Opinion.
That's a lot of podcasting.
Yeah, you know what? I needed to consolidate it to one day because business is picking back up with videos and shit like that. So it's harder for me to have them spread out, So
that's kind of what I'm doing too with the show and the show prep. I'm just kind of
blocking exactly.
Like, don't even holler at me. I'm here.
Last week we had we had a death in America that really it really touched me and Rick and Rich, my bad. It pissed us off and made us sad at the same time. If you know who I'm talking about, she was really one of she did a lot for the country. She did a lot for women's rights. She did a lot for a lot of people's rights. And if you haven't figured out who I'm talking about now, I'm talking about Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
The notorious RBG, ladies and gentlemen. Rest in peace.
We are hoping and that she was going to hold on before election because 45 more days. I've been a big proponent. Have you seen on the Villain Radio Show? Have you seen on Popular Opinion? Have you seen and heard on the Danger Zone? The main reason why I'm against Trump's second term, I mean, added to the fact that he's a fucking idiot, is I didn't want to give him a chance to pick another Supreme Court justice. And poor RBG has been holding on for dear life. She's broken her hip. She'd been battling cancer, pancreatic cancer for years, and she's still maintained a full workload with this. Yeah. And then she couldn't do it anymore.
I'm sure, like I was telling Rob earlier, I'm sure that she went kicking and screaming, probably not at all peaceably into that good night. She's hanging out for dear life, and I'm sure she squeezed every second of life she could get out of her body.
That's exactly. She was she was one of a kind, really. I mean, there's no. She did so much. I'm gonna go through before we get into the other bullshit that's gonna the politics of her death. Let me go with let me give you guys a basic idea of things that she's done or helped do, so to speak. Hopefully I don't have another hiccup sharing this shit like I did last time. Let's go. Here we go. Here's some fast facts about Notorious RBG, who I mean, she's been a personal hero, you know, so with in addition to shit that she's done. I mean, she was what, 87 years old. You know, she's she's a Brooklynite. She was born and raised in Brooklyn. Yeah. I don't know where. Wouldn't be crazy if she was born in Marcy. She served on the DC Federal Appeals Court with Justice Clarence Thomas. She launched the ACLU Women's Rights Project. And see, a lot of the women's rights that women are able to enjoy today are off her back. She's done all she could and then some, and not just for women either. She's
actually notorious. I should call her notorious. She represented a lot of men in discrimination.
Yeah, yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yeah.
That's where she got into like gay rights and things like that.
Okay, she started as a law clerk to a judge in 1959. Okay, and that's the Southern District of New York. So basically Manhattan and the four other boroughs. She was a professor at Rutgers, professor at Columbia School of Law, Rutgers School of Law. She was the first woman to be hired with tenure at Columbia University. And this was in 1972. Then from 73 to 1980, you knew she was set up to help people when she was the general counsel for the ACLU. Yeah. You know, so do you want a news summarized each morning? No, thank you. I already get it. But
she wasn't even originally on the short list for her seat.
No.
Someone had written, I forget who, I heard this earlier today, had written an article about the work she was doing, and people started referring her to, I believe it was Bill Clinton.
Yeah, Clinton appointed her. Yes, yeah. Clinton appointed her. And you want to get up on the mic a little bit more. Yeah. You could move it to where you're comfortable. So if you want to look and shit like that,
she totally came from, like, I don't want to say zero to hero, but I mean out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and took that seat.
Yeah, and then after she left, while she was general counsel for the ACLU, she went and she was a fellow at the Center for Advanced Study of Behavioral Sciences at Stanford, which is they turn out fucking FBI profilers like a factory, you know. Then she goes ahead. She was sworn in to the Supreme Court on August 10th, 1993, filling the seat held by Byron White, who I don't even know nothing about him because I was fucking 13 at the time, so I didn't care. But and she's been hit by cancer since 99. 99, she had colon cancer. So basically, since year 2000, she's been fighting cancer in some type of way.
She's been fighting battles her whole life.
Yeah. She was one of the 4 dissenting votes in the Bush versus Gore, which, of course, 2000 election. And I voted for George Bush. I voted for Little Bush.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Just because, like, I'm down to vote across party lines. I'm fine with that as long as the candidate deserves it. And I couldn't see Al Gore going to war.
You felt like war was, well, I guess that was
like this wasn't like
that was pre 9/11, right? What we talking?
It was pre 9/11, but this wasn't the first time World Trade Center got bombed. It got bombed in 93, the basement. Like it's been a target.
Yeah.
And like now that I look back at it, I should have voted for it. Wouldn't maybe my vote would have been the one, or some shit, But the climate change would have been addressed if Gore was president, because he was preaching climate change before he ran for president.
He
was ahead of his time.
He's been going hard on climate change for a long time.
And we're still fighting the same war we started on September 12th, 2011.
Well, yeah, because we got bombed and went to war with the wrong country. And
then when we're at war with that country, we decided to go to war with another country to get the WMDs that we didn't get. But okay, back to Notorious RBG. 2002, she was inducted National Women's Hall of Fame. In 2007, in a speech at Suffolk Law School, which is a very, very, very prestigious law school, she says she dislikes being the only woman on the Supreme Court. She says she has disagreed with former Justice Sandra Day O'Connor on a lot of important questions, but we have the experience of growing up women, and we have certain sensitivities that our male colleagues lack. We're down to another one woman justice now.
Yes.
Now, what I seen yesterday in an article is Trump's number 1 pick now is a woman.
Trump's entire shortlist is a woman.
Yeah.
He thinks that if it's a woman, that gives him a leg up. Like, we can't say that's a bad candidate because it's a female.
Yeah, but like, what is it?
Especially if it's a minority woman. There's one that's Cuban.
Yes, and you know what?
And the lead one's from Chicago.
Yes, exactly. Actually. That's what. See, if he picks a woman and they go through and they voted through and everything, I'm not convinced that she'll do harm.
I try
in certain cases.
I try not to buy into, the first thing, I'm gonna be a little critical of the left here. Every time one of these justices come up, oh, Roe v. Wade's gone, Obamacare gone. Well, it's still held up so far, and every time that we've had 2 justices come in, and so far it's still held. Now, that doesn't mean it can't be undone by a Republican majority court. And that possibility is frightening for a lot of people, myself included. But it doesn't guarantee that it's going to happen either. They do have a thing called settled law, which usually is a Supreme Court justice honoring the justices that came before them, saying, hey, they settled this law, we're not going to change it. And that usually is the modus operandi. But that's just like between people. Mitch McConnell, who we'll get to in a second, trust me, also had a precedent that he set in 2016 that just belligerently did a fucking 180 on and didn't give 2 fucks. So don't tell me it can't happen. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that right after I finish going through this. Continue. She's been battling. She ended up dying from complications related to pancreatic cancer. She started battling pancreatic cancer in 2009. Yeah. 11 years she fought this shit.
That's tough, man.
Like,
that's a tough chick.
She received the ABA, that's American Bar Association's highest honor, the ABA medal in 2010. She became the first Supreme Court justice to officiate at a same-sex marriage ceremony in 2013.
That's right.
Heart procedure in 2014, where she had a stent in her right coronary artery. Hey, I got a stent in my carotid artery.
I got a couple stents.
Man, we're like, and I'll be 40 in on November 13th, and Rich just turned what, 39. So we're young, and we done been fixed by medical professionals for years. Then 2016, she let's see, no, nothing. 2016. She criticizes the Cheeto in chief, called him a faker.
That's where it's revealed.
Yeah,
reading these things off of CNN.com.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, she in 2018
she thinks Donald Trump sucks cock. Oh,
so
I didn't know that.
She kind of foreshadowed her death. In 2018, she said, indicates by the hiring of law clerks for at least 2 more terms, the intention to stay on the Supreme Court bench till at least 2020. That was her intentions.
Well, she knew it was to get.
She wanted to get through the election.
Yeah.
So, and then it's ironic that she died.
She actually she must have left some kind of message on her deathbed that she asked that the next president fill her spot. Now, in fairness, that's not her.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
No one's going to give a shit about what she asked, unfortunately. But she did request that.
Yeah, she
must have knew she was fading.
You know what? You gotta think she's been battling. Come on, she broke her hip. She had a gallbladder removed. She's went through so much shit just during the pandemic alone, health wise.
Yeah.
So let me play the little Heaven Harp for the Notorious RBG. Let's go into the fallout of her death.
The political aftermath of the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So, before her body was even fucking cold, still on her deathbed, Cocaine Mitch, that turtle-faced fuck with his fucking national treasure Ben Franklin bifocals on, started talking about filling her seat. Orange fuck followed suit almost instantly. I'm gonna say something. Oh, come on, don't show me pictures of that ass.
Like, look at
his face.
Look at this fucking turkey gobble looking motherfucker. Like, do you vote, Kentucky? Like, look at this guy.
That is the most insidious.
This is who you're voting for.
Is the most insidious politician of my lifetime.
Like
hands down. It's not even close.
Like, it gets worse. Like, look at him. Like, look at all this, guys. Like, you guys, like, he's a millionaire. You can't get this fucking lipo out or something. Oh, fucking turkey looking gobble ass motherfucker.
So listen. So there's this open seat. I'm going to say something. It's not going to be very popular with liberals. But liberals, you hang on. We're going to get to our business very shortly. But what I'm going to say is the Republicans should fill this seat. They absolutely have every right to fill this seat. And they should.
Yeah. As much as I don't want them to, it's America. That's what happens.
Where we differ is in 2016, Barack Obama had a seat come open. Was it Judge Alito? I believe Judge Alito died. I believe it was him.
Scalia.
Scalia. My bad.
Scalia died.
He fills it. Obama attempts to fill it with Merrick Garland, who's actually a very moderate judge, more conservative than liberal, to be fair to the Republican Senate. And like all things with Barack Obama, Mitch McConnell, never mind voting him down, there was no vote.
No vote.
There was no hearings. They stalled it out under the guise that a president should never fill a seat, a Supreme Court seat in an election year. It should be left to the people via the election.
Exactly.
All their positions. And they are all on tape saying it. Now, we could spend this whole show just replaying all of their quotes. But we're just going to play one to give you a little flavor. This is Lindsey Graham, the head of the Senate Judiciary Committee, then and now. Please, Rob, play this shit.
Oh, I will.
This will stand the test of the time. This is the last year of a lame duck president. And if Ted Cruz or Donald Trump get to be president, they've all asked us not to confirm or take up a selection by President Obama. So if a vacancy occurs in their last year of their first term, guess what? You will use their words against them. I want you to use my words against me. If there's a Republican president in 2016 and a vacancy occurs in the last year of the first term, you can say, Lindsey Graham said, let's let the next president, whoever it might be, make that nomination. And you could use my words against me and you'd be absolutely right. We're setting a precedent here today, Republicans are, that in the last year, at least of a lame duck 8-year term, I would say it's going to be a 4-year term, that you're not going to fill a vacancy of the Supreme Court based on what we're doing here today. That's going to be the new rule. When y'all change the rules about appellate judges and district court judges to get your way, I thought it was a really abuse of power. And what you have done here is you've made the caucuses, the Republican and Democratic caucuses, are now not going to have to reach across the aisle when it comes to appellate judges and district court.
But that's fine. Your position.
He's trying to justify a position that he's backtracking on now.
And yeah, this motherfucker, she wasn't dead for 24 fucking hours when he came out and said, we have the votes and we're pushing it through in 45 days. Merrick Garland, that shit happened in March of that year. There was 9 calendar months left. There was 45 fucking days before this election. And these motherfuckers are pushing a justice through. Again,
yeah,
a justice they should have. But you fucking owe us one. You owe us one, and you know it. And we're going to collect on that debt. So can I talk to him right now?
Go ahead. Rich has some shit to say. Let's let me give him a little. Go ahead, Rich.
I've had this on my chest since Friday evening because it was inevitable how this was coming down. Totally obvious and easily foreshadowed. And I'm talking to you conservatives. You're the minority in this country. I know it doesn't feel like that in Trumplandia, USA, where you're from. You think Trump's going to win by 10 million votes. I know it doesn't feel like that because you have Trump in office. You control the Senate. You guys wield a whole lot of influence. But statistically, numerically, you are the fucking minority. So I want you to remember what I'm about to tell you these next 2 minutes when you decide to let this vote happen or not speak out, contact your senators, or do anything. When you support this, I want you to remember what I'm about to tell you. Our day's fucking coming. We will have the White House again. If it's maybe 2020, maybe 2024, maybe 2028, but we're going to have the White House and we're going to have the Senate. And let me fucking tell you what Merrick Garland is going to cost you then. We're going to pack the court. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 minority young women, 4 AOCs, socialists, all of them. And then we're going to go from a 6-3 minority in the Supreme Court to a 7-6 majority. Then guess what happens? Where do we start?
Clarence Thomas is going to die. Replace him.
Where do we start? Let's start with the Electoral College. Gone. You're never winning another presidential election. Ever. There is no reason a vote in Wyoming should be worth more than mine. Let's make it one person, one vote. You don't want that because you haven't won a popular election in 20 years. But guess what? That's going to be the order of the day. Then where do you want to go? Oh, let's stop at guns. You know what? Let's bring back the assault weapon ban. Let's start the National Registry. The red flag laws. You show some mental illness, let's have the cops go and take your guns away. Slippery slope, tough fucking titties. Then guess where we go? We're taking God out of everything but church and home. Everywhere.
And then where?
Not just your God or this God, all of it. It can stay there. It can stay in the churches and the mosques. It can stay in the house. Then where do you want to bounce to? How about turnstile level immigration? All the jobs that you were fighting for that you don't want to do. We're bringing all the immigrants back. Then what? Then we'll dig into the Green New Deal. Bye-bye fossil fuels. Where else you want to go?
Tax the churches.
You're going to pay for what you've done in spades, and I promise you, do I sound, I probably sound insane to you right now. Do I sound crazy? I might be crazy, but you know what else I am? I'm the future. I am the boogeyman in your closet that keeps you up at night. Everything that you're afraid of is what I'm about to become right now because of what you're doing to us. All right? Does it sound a little crazy, conservatives? Is it too much for you? Is it infuriating you? Is it terrifying you? Well, you can avoid it. Tell them to vote no or have no vote. Give us our seat that we should have had in 2016, and we can resume regular order. We can be decent. We can be fair. We can work across the aisle. But I'm done getting fucked by the Republican Party, the party of the fakest values that will stoop to any level for the win. I don't care about the fucking moral high ground anymore, because that's what we take, the moral high ground in losses, and it's over. We're doing all the bullshit. We're digging into all of it. If that's the game you want to play, we're stooping to your level. So let the vote be the belt. If you want to take that trip, we can see where it goes. We can spiral downwards and see where we end up. But I guarantee you that will be on our docket. And I'll spend every waking moment of my life fighting to make everything I just said a reality. And I am not alone. I am legion. You're the minority. You're going to be treated like a minority if this is the game you want to play with us. And that's it. That's really all I have to say about it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I think, do I have any more notes? No, I think you got it. Let the vote be the bell.
Let the vote be the bell.
You know, if it's on, then it's on.
Yeah, I packed court. Fuck it. I mean, got to beat Republicans in their own game. They eliminated the filibuster for Supreme Court nominees. So,
yeah,
touche. So we get in there, we packed court.
And you know, like there is, like, if you really want to be fair about it, Harry Reid pulled his shit back in the beginning of Obama.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't know nothing about Harry Reid. I never voted him in office. I wasn't even paying attention to politics when he was really there. These guys are all the same people from 2016.
Yes,
it's the
they're
same
all the
exact
same
cast of characters. Harry Reid isn't even here no more. I don't know. He's out parasailing somewhere.
No, he's just sitting. He's back in Nevada in his little house in the middle of fucking nowhere. He's literally from the middle of fucking nowhere. I voted for him, but I lived in Nevada when I voted for him, so
right.
You couldn't vote for him because he was a senator and you didn't live in Nevada.
Well, I never shared an article about him. I never
did nothing.
I never sent him any money. I don't even know the guy. I don't know what he's even about.
It's the world's a lot different. We're more in tune with politics now than we were then. You know what I mean? Like Facebook is politics central now. You know, it's even if you're not a political person, it's forced down your throat because somebody you know is a political person. Imagine somebody that's friends with me and you.
I
Il Brown's feed got to be just all of our shit. Shout out to Il Brown.
What up, Ills? I laugh at people who talk about the silent majority. Like, who the fuck doesn't have an opinion these days? I do believe there was a silent Trump vote in 2016. I don't think there's anything silent about this election. Everybody's got something to say, and it's all out there.
Yeah, whatever. I'm over it. I'm really over it. It's crazy that it's crazy that we're the crazy ones.
Bro, I had a dude tell me how radical I was and how insane. I fight for fairness and equality, and I'm a radical. Oh, okay. I guess. I guess I'm an extremist because I believe that everybody should be treated the same and that everybody should have the same opportunities.
Yeah, I mean that's what America's supposed to be, right?
Like maybe I really am insane because I sit up here and I rail for politics that a lot of times don't even benefit me.
Yeah, like basically, well, like I shared this thing yesterday. America's mostly people who never left their state saying we have the best country in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like I love America. I love being American, you know, but to not say that there's a bunch of shit in this country that still needs changing. We're still a young country.
Yeah. Like we can do no wrong. Like America is perfect.
America's a fucking.
Look at us. There's nothing
toddler.
Perfect and infallible by any of us, myself included.
Oh yeah,
not even close.
That's what make America great. All of us are all fucked up in our own unique individual way, but we still get the shit together to get the shit done. You know,
at least we used to.
Yeah, and
we haven't been any version of our best self in a long time.
And it goes back to why I everybody's like, why does America have such a big bullying problem? Because America is a big fucking bully.
Yeah,
our
mentality, man. That we're looking down on people. We're better than everybody else.
I compare America to Christianity, because Christians think they're the best and number one religion, and that's
every religion thinks they're the best. They think they're the only
but Christianity went above and beyond every other religion.
They were more successful because they learned how to hoard wealth.
They knew how to enslave people better.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fair to say that, I guess it's pretty fair to say that the slaves built the pyramids. That's what the consensus is. That's widely accepted in all academia and what have you. But that's all religion does. It enslaves your mind. I mean, you got people who routinely give 10% or more of their income.
I'm not going to go as far with religion because I know people that use religion to help them become a better person. And it works and it's great. But then there's some people that take too much religion or take religion the wrong way and just get extreme with it. And that's, when crusades happen and jihads and all kinds of messiness. But a little bit of God in your life can keep you on your toes and keep you, at a level of decency, good morals. It just can go the other way.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But
people lose their minds to the shit.
It's Christianity came along, spread throughout the world, totally denounced everything before it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's basically what America does. What other country has bases all over? Like America came along and said, you know what? We're the world police now. We're going to make sure everything goes the way we want it to go everywhere. And we're so conditioned to be like, yeah, cool, But then as you get older and you see what the government really is, and you're like, holy shit, like it's insane. It's really like one long ass fucking bad movie.
It's whatever it is, it's systematic, man. And you've got to dismantle the thing from the inside.
But there's no such thing as systematic racism or anything like that. That's what our president said.
Not on this show. Yeah. Sorry, Donald Trump. I drank the Kool-Aid too. Me and Bob Woodward.
Yeah, there's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Of course, his niece also says that he's racist.
Yeah, exactly.
She could be lying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we all got liars in our family. But there was I seen this. I seen this infographic. We'll call it, whatever you want to call it, and it has all these cities that are all fucked up and got all types of issues, bad cities, whatever. and they all got Democratic mayors, you know, so that's what the Republicans want to point out. That's why these cities are like that. You know, they're ran by Democratic mayors, and they've been Democratic strongholds and shit like that. But what they fail to even research or look into is the simple fact that every one of those cities have been in cities that have major federal funding taken away from it. No fucking no community programs anymore, or nothing like that. What look what G Herbo fucking Chance, and who was the third rapper that fucking threw in? They bought their that old elementary school and turning it into a community
I
space.
didn't hear about that.
Yeah. What elementary? Let me look that up real quick.
G Herbo also actually partnered with some mental health
Yeah.
company.
Yeah. Yep.
Do
Yep.
a mental health support hotline, which I thought was really cool. Especially
That's
these days,
see,
it's been a very tough mental health year for all of us.
yeah. It's
So that was dope.
a lot
Shout
of
out to Herbo.
yeah. Their mental health is a major thing in in the inner city, in the hood, in the ghetto, whatever fuck you want to call it, in the urban areas, and it's not addressed, you know.
Bro, these, it'll have me watching the Chirac Street Legends on YouTube. I know you've seen a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And you're talking about serial killers that are dead at 20, that have killed multiple people, and they're dead before they're old enough to go into a bar. You don't think they got PTSD?
Oh yeah,
you don't think they got all kinds of mental illness, that they're just the level of violence that was just inflicted on them at an early age? Yes, it all matters. It all factors in, and it's completely disregarded.
Yes, Overton Elementary School. It's in It's in Bronzeville. It was him, Chance the Rapper, and somebody else. I don't know who the third one was, and they're not saying it in here.
Well, it's very dope.
Yeah, they bought it. They're turning it in like a community space. They haven't exactly announced everything that's what it's going to do or what purpose it's going to serve, but it's going to be a community space. Probably like the community center, the recreation center that was in my section of neighborhood that I grew up in. It's been closed and tore down for years. It happens all over, and especially out here in Gary. It's insane. Like I took J Ortiz came through. J Ortiz is a villain radio Hawk Life artist. So he comes out here. He's from Chicago. He comes out here to shoot a video. I was like, well, look, let's go grab some food. I gotta go pick up some weed. Let's go. Hop an Audi. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I take them straight down Ridge Road to Broadway, and I ride Broadway, and not even the worst part of Broadway, like the part of Broadway that's actually pretty decent from Ridge Road all the way up to Maryville. So you talking what 37th to 53rd, so almost 20 blocks, and we're driving down the street, all these crumbling abandoned buildings because that's what Gary is, and he's like, I feel like I'm in Mexico. And I know exactly what he's talking about because, I just moved back from San Diego. I was in San Diego for, 7 years. Yeah. And I spent a lot of time in Tijuana, Tecate, Mexicali. Like I was, boom. My stepdaughter's 18th birthday party, we had it in Mexico because it was cheap. And everything that to throw the party that we threw in Mexico, to throw it in San Diego would have cost like $8,000, maybe more, 8 to 10. Right. Out there, it was like maybe like $2,800, and that's everything. DJ with a video screen for hours, the hall, food, all that shit, crazy. So he's like, it's really like, I was like, this ain't shit. I was like, next time you come out, we got a little bit of free time. I'll take you back the other way down Broadway. And I think there's maybe one community center in Gary, maybe one community center and one boys and girls club. That's it.
Well, my client had two If you haven't checked out his project, Jim Crow the Musical, it's a very good, dope album. We got the vinyls coming soon. PressandPush.com, shameless plug. But he runs, I don't know if you call it a community center, but he runs like a music program for kids on 47th and King Drive in the basement of the church.
Okay.
And bro, they've got old equipment. He's got 40 kids down there.
Yeah, Mike.
Like he's got 40 kids down there. When quarantine happened, he was running around like a madman, checking on them. Like he's out there personally responsible for all these kids, trying to help them learn a trade in music and keep them out the streets. And he's getting no help. Like they have no funding. It's all on donations. The equipment. I know Ill's giving some of his older stuff to them.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's like, bro, like people like him need all the help in the world, and he'll do all the right things with it if you gave it to him. But there's just nobody trying to help these people, bro. No one trying to fund these programs.
It's you could look, and that's why I'm a big supporter to defund the police movement. And like I'll say on every fucking show that I do when I talk about it, so for the people that are watching that are conservative, so like I'm not intentionally trying to piss people off. I'm just going by facts. And a lot of conservatives go off not facts, but what they feel the situation should be.
Well, defund the police is bad marketing, man. It is. And I know what you mean by that, and I agree too. Like if we're talking about demilitarization of the police, if we're talking about moving some of the funding from the police to these other programs, to social workers, things like that. Like I'm for that. We have to come up with a better thing to call that than defund the police. Yeah, because that's scary to people. Yeah. And I understand why, because let me be very clear, bro. There is no society moving forward without police. Like this is not in the cards. We need better policing. We need better ideas in policing.
Community policing.
We don't need no police. If we abolish the police, we would just recreate them because there would be a need for it.
Exactly. But yes, like Mike said, public education must be free and accessible to all children and not just available at select locations. That's why I'm getting into the defund police shit. Defund the police don't mean take away the police or anything like that. It means don't give the police any extra than they need. They don't need to be riding around in fucking big ass fucking militarized fucking Humvees.
Well, here's the point.
50 caliber fucking guns on top.
Here's the point I always make. Chicago Police Department, their annual budget is $2 billion. $2
billion.
The whole country knows about what goes. I'm cool on that, bro. It knows about what goes on in Chicago. Can anyone look me in my face and say I feel like I got $2 billion worth of policing out of them this year? Who feels like they got their money worth at $2 billion?
Look at New York. Look at Los Angeles. Look at Chicago. Look at Las Vegas. Look at Memphis. Look at Cleveland. Look at Miami. Look at Houston. I could go on. Look at Detroit. Look at Cincinnati. All these, their military budget has risen every year, and they've got more. The police have got more money, even though crime has stayed. Or major crime has stayed or dropped. And at the same time, all the funding for education, all the funding for healthcare, all the funding for children's fucking programs, all that shit has either ceased to exist or been cut dramatically.
Yeah, dried up. And by the way,
we wonder why the police officers are fucking stupid, is because as children growing up now, they don't have the proper resources to become a fucking fully functional intellectual adult.
Yeah. And some of them, just the requirements are way too low.
Yeah, way too low.
More needs to be expected of them educationally and training wise. Training needs to.
How much time and money
that I want to throw in too.
How much time and money I spent to become a lawyer. So much time and money that I was like, I don't even want to do this anymore. I don't even want to do this anymore.
Why shoot law when you can shoot films?
You basically shit like that. But it's insane. So it's some and then it comes back to there's so many ultra neoconservative people that are low class, poverty line, living below the poverty line people.
They're single issue voters. We're
And-
talking about like
and-
religious right.
And
The
they
Second
don't
Amendment
and they
guys.
have this biggest problem. I'm over here clapping. They have the biggest problem with the tax being the rich being taxed.
Well, yeah, I mean, all right, here's the problem. And this is where I think a lot of things get lost in translation is it's how they're receiving their news. Like, you know that, but they're not being told that. They're being told that that tax cut was great for them. And it did save them a few dollars, but I think it stops the year after next. And meanwhile, like, Walmart kept trillions, and they're going to continue to keep trillions as long as that cut's in place. There's no end for the corporations.
Yeah,
There's ending for the personal income tax deduction or reduction or whatever.
We're 7 months into the pandemic now. There's been one stimulus payment to Americans for $1,200, and there's been nothing but fucking stall talks on I mean, and it's just basically what it comes down to is the last shit that they were stuck on was how much money was going to go to state and local governments. That's what the hold up. Then Trump came through, did his fucking earthquake signature, and I told you about his earthquake signature, right?
No.
Okay, he shows off his signature very proudly, right?
I know what you mean.
Now his signature looks like a seismograph chart during an earthquake, right? Bunch of big spikes. Because every time he signs that motherfucker and shows it off, some fucking fucked up shit happens. Is like earthquake happened, right? So anyway, so he signs the executive order that he's gonna get unemployment shit. Like he's like, oh, $400. Guess what? They already agreed to the $400 a week. Everything was in agreement except how much money those state and local governments get. So he did his little signature. Guess what? Nothing has happened.
Dude, he passes these executive orders like they don't mean anything. He doesn't even have the right to do the shit. Nothing happened.
Hey, what about the executive order
that passed one for pre-existing conditions? We already fucking have those. And the Justice Department is trying to get it struck down in court right now. So what are you doing? He's just passing shit just to say he's doing it. It's not doing anything.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
He does the shit on a Friday, shows the signature off like Rob said, looks cool for the cameras, and then goes on with his life and nothing changes.
Nothing.
It's life in Trumpville.
Yeah. But it's so okay. Cheeto and Chief. My name. Where's my picture? Where's my fucking picture?
Yeah, go one episode without the Cheeto and Chief. Huh? Oh, there it is.
This is this guy right here. This is it, guys. This is him. This is the guy who said that he's gonna sign an executive order that Joe Biden can't be president.
He's such a fucking idiot. If it wasn't so fucking tragic, it would be the funniest thing on television.
Bro, this is for real. Like I said before, like America right now is like a parody movie. Like if South Park, if the creators of South Park, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, if they made a movie about America and not the one that they made with the little fucking Muppet things.
There's a show on Showtime.
It would be this
called our cartoon president, and it's all cartoon Trump, but it's like real life.
It's
like,
bro.
If life was a cartoon, it's dead on. It's ridiculous. We've exited any reality. Today I was arguing about John McCain's character in 2020. That's where we're at. I'm supporting and defending John McCain's character. Me, Mr. fucking radical lefty. Like,
did you see this?
What?
426.
Gail Sayers?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he passed this morning.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, 2020 keeps on giving.
Oh shit.
Gail Sayers.
Oh shit. Hold on.
Bears
Where's the harp? I get my harp sounds.
That's a harp. That's what a harp sounds like.
A harp.
Oh, harp.
Yeah. Can you read, man? It says harp.
Yeah, no, actually, I left my glasses at home. My stoner ass. I forget one thing every time I leave the house, and today was my glasses.
Chicago Bears legend Gale Sayers died. What did he die from? He died this morning.
I'm not sure, but he's 77, so he was around for a while.
Yeah, 77 is not that old anymore.
He ain't really that young though either.
And he didn't play that long. He came in, he kicked ass and was like, I'm out this bitch. Like Barry Sanders.
He was definitely not the greatest running back of all time.
No. We know that.
I'm glad we know that.
What what was Biden was up 51 to 43% yesterday. I think I've seen.
You want to do some polling updates?
I mean,
I saw a movement. It's getting really tight in Florida. It's getting really tight in Arizona. You know what? They're calling Texas is too close to call. They always say that. The Texas never. He seems to be pretty strong in the Midwest. Biden is still, people don't want to believe it. Like I said, Trumplandia.
Trumplandia.
If you're a white person who talks to mostly other white people, you probably think Trump's going to win in a landslide.
You know what? That might be safe to say.
I guarantee it. Because where I live, you would think Trump is going to win by 40 points. But I watch how long it takes Illinois to go blue.
This is from the Guardian. Florida and their 29 electoral votes, they have Biden up by 2.5 percentage points.
It's an arrow.
Yes. Pennsylvania and their 20 electoral votes has Biden up by 4.7 percentage points.
That's a little cushier.
It's a little cushier. Ohio and their 18 got Trump up by 1.3.
That's getting narrow.
Very
That's
narrow.
Very close.
That's closer than what I thought it was going to be. I didn't think he'd be swinging like that.
I was going to be sure blue.
Michigan. Biden is up 7.8.
Yeah. I mean, that's been consistent.
North Carolina, 1.1.
That's super dicey.
It's super dicey, but crazy. It's crazy. It's a lot. Arizona, Biden's up to 4.6. It's good. And then Cindy McCain endorsed him yesterday.
That's what started this argument about me defending John McCain's character.
Oh, okay.
I use him as an excuse to say that's why I think Joe Biden's a decent guy, because look who respects him.
Yeah. And then Wisconsin, Biden's up 6.4.
That's been pretty consistent.
Iowa, Trump's up 1.
I mean, Iowa should be probably red. So
the two states that are up, Trump's up in, it's between the both of them, it's only 2.3 percentage points. And in the national poll, Biden's up by 7.3. It's starting to widen a little bit. This is the Guardian poll, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's been between 5 and 9 pretty much the whole time.
We're still, the debates are going to, hey, what did he say? Trump said the other day, he said, somebody gave Joe some kind of drug, shot him in the ass, and
yeah, my far right business partners are texting me, telling me, why won't Biden do a drug test, G? Because he probably doesn't give a shit. Neither do I.
Why don't Trump release his tax returns?
Why is Bill Barr in the courts right now trying to undo the justice system reforms? Why are we talking about drug tests?
In a presidential election?
You
want to talk about Nancy Pelosi's hair? I'm talking about Supreme Court seats. Like, dude, you're playing checkers, bro.
Our priorities are fucking.
That's the first time I've ever addressed Nancy Pelosi's hair. It'll be the last, because I don't give a shit. Not one single solitary fuck. And I don't care what you think about it either. You want to talk about QAnon? Well, we're all fucking fiery today.
Oh my God. Go ahead. Start it off.
Some people, man, when I say you need to be careful about how you consume your information, QAnon is what happens when you go all wrong. When you're just totally bought into the wrong people, saying the wrong things. People believe in QAnon. I don't know how you even believe it. First off, how is Donald Trump a hero of any story? Donald Trump was the savior, anointed to come save the day. from the Satanist baby eating pedophile fuckers. Donald Trump's the guy who was a frequent flyer and Jeffrey Epstein's fucking flight logs. He's coming to save the day. That's what he's the hero. Q was some guy in New Jersey they found out. Like, I wonder how much his advertising revenue is, dude. You don't understand. He's been playing for a sucker. He told you people in 2017, he gave you a date in that year and said Hillary Clinton would be indicted. What happened? Where is she?
Hey, yeah, yesterday his what's that lady's name? His press secretary chick. Lonnie. She yesterday she said in 2 weeks they're going to unveil their healthcare plan that they've been unveiling for 2 weeks.
2 years. That thing has been coming out.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks away since 2018.
Because they can't do better than what's already being done.
You know,
except tax the rich and give us fucking healthcare for all.
Tax the church. Give me my money. Joel Osteen.
Say that again.
Tax the churches. How did you get $10 million in small business loans from the COVID money? You're a not-for-profit. Give me my money. We're going to solve veteran homelessness with your tax dollars. Who's going to argue with me? Who don't want to do that? You don't want to help a vet? Are they suckers and losers? Are they heroes? Because I thought they were heroes, so let's take care of them. By peeling off a fair tax rate from $1 billion industry, maybe trillion. I don't have the numbers in front of me. It's definitely one or the other.
I'm probably gonna say trillions. It's
a fair guess.
It's a fair guess. High billions, mid billions, mid to high billions.
Cough it up. I don't want to hear no more shit.
Bro, Joel Osteen packs the fucking what was it called?
Creflo Dollar.
Like, he has the arena that they used to play in, and he's like, I'll buy it. So imagine if everybody in there gives $10.
Yeah.
It holds what, like 52,000 people, or I don't know, maybe 20, maybe I'm wrong, way off on that. I think it was an old basketball place.
I don't know.
Where the Rockets used to play. Or is the Astrodome?
It could be. I don't know.
Anyway, this motherfucker was on TMZ the other day, walking out of someplace, getting in his Ferrari.
Bro, cough up that 15%.
Yeah, man, come on. Veteran homelessness. Out, gone. Solve that shit.
We'll take the balance. We'll
Mental
throw
health
it on the debt. We're off and running.
You
know, since we don't have a party that believes in fiscal conservative physical responsibility anymore.
No, like, what's that?
Trump is up to what, 6 trillion or something ridiculous?
Bro, it's ridiculous.
Presidency.
Yeah, McCain.
Amazon pays nothing.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Yeah, I can't stand her either. It's like these people that he picks for fucking his fucking press secretary. We thought Sean Spicer was bad, and then
Kayleigh McEnany.
Yeah, something like that. Who knows how you pronounce it.
I mean, she just lies. Dude.
Yeah, Osteen X worth between 40 to 60 million. Yeah, 40 to 60 million dollars. Like Joel Osteen, and he's just one of them.
And that's his personal.
We got one. We got one out here in Munster at Family Christian Center. Steve Muncie.
Yeah, it's big money.
Yeah, this motherfucker. I think, what is it? 8,000 people could pack into church. Actually, that's what it was then. They built a bigger section, so I don't know what it is now.
Dude, we got out in Illinois. We got Parkview. And don't get me wrong, I went to one of their Christmas celebrations, and it was cool. And they're doing a lot of good things for people. I was impressed. But you're talking, bro, like they've got multiple stadium-sized rooms. Like they have traffic cops out there.
Yeah, that's how it is out here too. Yeah, that's how it is. At Family Christian Center.
There's one in Orland, and then there's one in New Lenox. There's one in Tinley. There's one every like 20 miles, and they're packing all of them. It's wild.
It's business, man. It's business. Big business. Yeah, I'm against religion. like to say the least. But it's as long as the church is doing, yeah, exactly, Mike, exactly. Prefer to keep a stadium locked. Yes, during the hurricane. Yes, exactly. That's what, like, you know what? I mean, I've been to church a couple times, like what exes and stuff. You know, you're with a woman for so long or whatever, and they want you to, you need God in your life, and you're like, well, you knew that I didn't believe in God when we got together. Now you're going to pull this, you need God in your life card. So I'll go along with it, whatever. I'll go to church. And over here at Family Christian Center, Steve Muncie, right? This motherfucker he's like, these guys are good, like they're great public speakers, he's good. Like he's one of them people that make you think that he's talking to you, even though there's fucking 8,000-9,000 people, sitting around you.
Right.
But and it's I mean, religion's there for a reason. It's like the 12-step program for fucking alcoholics. You know what I mean?
I'm for whatever makes you a better person, man. If that's religion for you, cool. But too much religion is just as bad as too much anything else.
But like I'm an asshole. Like I'm an asshole is like, oh, you're brainwashed. Like I don't like. So I'm living in California and I'm out there and we're trying to have a baby, right? And then she's like, my ex is like, well, what are we going to do about religion? I was like, well, that's up to the child. She's like, what do you mean? We're not going to have the kid baptized? I was like, yeah, you could lean back, just bring the mic in front of your face. But it's like, no, we're not going to baptize it. That's not fair to the kid. You're basically, no matter how you want to look at it, whether you're people out there are religious that's watching, but you're basically indoctrinating your child into a cult without its permission.
Yeah,
like this, like religion's like racism. It's taught, and a lot of racists use religion as a reason to be racist.
I don't have anything to add to that.
So I thought you did because I lit the. I was like, I can light it real quick because Rich will pick something up, and he didn't say because it's.
Up for the blunt.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Like if you're religious, cool. But like what my problem with religion is, they push it upon you. Whether Jehovah's Witness come and knock on your door like a motherfucker, they know you're there, so they're knocking.
I've had some friends convert, and I was happy for them. But then they sit me down, and it started like an innocent conversation. Next thing you know, it's like 40 minutes into their sales pitch. Like, bro, I'm not going to church with you. Like, chill out. Like, I get it. I'm happy for you, but leave me alone with the shit. Like, can we talk about something else? But here's my thing, bro. And this is what I just, whatever happens when I die, whatever. But I would like to be there when God announces what the one right religion was. I just want to be there to see the winner and the losers. I just feel like that's just
the winners and the losers
in human history, bro. When you find out, it was the Mormons. They had it right all along. The rest of you were all going to hell.
Maybe it's a Scientologist.
Oh, I hope
not. But it's like, well, you know what? If God does exist, I don't believe it, but that's my own personal thing. If he does, I die and I go up there, I think he's gonna be cool with it. If there is one, if you die and there's a heaven, and I get there, he'll be like, you didn't believe in me. I'll be like, no, like you're a fucking asshole.
If God doesn't have a sense of humor, we're all fucked.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that right now. That I'm pretty fucking.
If there's a God, I think he'll be like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna let this dude in because he didn't conform. He was like, yeah, show me the proof, and we didn't give him no proof.
You could talk about belief or not belief or whatever. I'm just trying to live a good life, bro. And I guess if I get judged at the end of it, then, hopefully it's on the merits and not what I thought about some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe we're all wrong. Maybe I'm going to fucking hell. I don't know. We'll find out sooner or later.
Hey, there's maybe we're in hell now. We're in hell right now.
I would say there's a 67% chance we're either in hell or the Matrix.
You know what? I'm one of the people that Okay, let me explain to you guys. When we're basically done with what we have to talk about on the White Devil, I usually come in the end and talk about Trump and whatever else we throw in to fill out some time. Because the basis of these shows, I do a couple of shows, and the basis of these shows are going to be filler for a channel on the Villain Radio Network Amazon Prime channel. So I have a certain time threshold I got to meet with every show. So we get into a little bit of everything on every show, but it's all political based, and religion is real political based when it comes to conservative people. So that's how I got into what I'm talking about now. So if to the people that's still watching, you're either interested or seeing what the fuck I'm going to say next. But anyway, thanks for staying tuned with us. Anyway, but it's like you could I believe that we'd be in a simulation over anything.
I mean, I don't believe none of that shit. Really, truth.
Well, me neither. But
we're just some organisms on a life.
I don't. I also don't believe. I also don't believe
how to think.
That everything started the way a book that was written 33 years after Jesus died or was killed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there was no "Let there be light." Like we could trace back.
Well, I mean, I guess I should. We're going to talk about our beliefs. I should say what my beliefs are. I do believe in God. I believe in a higher power. I don't believe I have to go to man to have a relationship with my maker. So I'm not much into organized religion. I'm monotheistic in a sense. I believe in one God and not multiple. I guess I'm loosely Christian just because that's sort of is the structure of my beliefs. But I'm really simple with it. Like he's there, he's doing his thing. I'm here, and
here's why.
I guess I don't even really go deeper than that.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, like my main problem with like I was like a child. I was a child prodigy. I was reading.
I see you were very humble when you were a child.
Yeah, I was really. I was reading at a young age, and like crazy young, like 3 years old. I'm reading like at an 8th grade level. Like it's like. So I read everything you could think of, absorbed all type of knowledge. I studied everything I could think of, anything that interests me. I was a child that was left home a lot, So it was basically getting in trouble and learn shit. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
And then later in life, I got in trouble as a teenager. A lot of house arrest, shit like that. A lot of probation. So read more, So I've always been a student of everything, and it always comes back to like shit didn't make sense to me. So my mom was had issues with drugs when I was growing up. She's better now. But
shout out to moms.
Yeah,
way to go.
Yeah, mom's cool as fuck. But she had drug problems, so she would be partying with my aunt, and my uncle. We'd all go over there, and my uncle's fucking like mad conservative. Right, mad conservative. Goes to church every Sunday, crazy Christian shit like that.
Right.
But me and my cousin Billy be in his room chilling and shit like that, and my sister and my cousin Jennifer be in my cousin Jennifer's room, and my mom and my uncle be in their room fucking freebasing. I'd end up falling asleep because it'd get too late. My mom would leave me there, and then my uncle and my aunt who'd been up all night fucking all yacked out, time to go to church. And I had to go because my mom fucking left me there.
They'd smoke rocks all night and go to church.
Yeah, they'd freebase it in a bong. It was a red glass bong.
It went to church though.
It went to
still
church.
Up from the night before.
It went to church.
Man, that's the last thing I would want to do in that situation.
So anyway, I didn't I had already read the Bible and like I was like, really?
I read the Bible at an early age too. I don't know.
And I'm a science-based dude. Like we could. There's facts and proof of a lot of things that the Bible's like don't exist or anything like that, or like creationists. So, as I mentioned, I just moved back from California. Lived in San Diego, very very conservative county, and there's a lot of creationists. There's a creationist museum in the city that I was living in, and he's a crazy Republican. He tries to run for office every election. Every election he tried to run for something else the whole time I was out there. never getting no votes because he's, like those weird people.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, and they're always ultra conservative people. And don't my only problem, I got a lot of problem with Democrats, I got a lot of problem with Republicans. But it's like the thing about religious people and a majority of ultra conservatives is they want their beliefs to be your beliefs.
Yeah.
And there's no compromise with them. They don't want to talk facts or nothing. It's just what they think or what they feel. That's what the law should be.
Yeah. They want to live in a religious state, and that's just not what the United States was designed to be.
They came here to escape religious persecution.
Yeah.
Well, that's the story that we've been taught. But what about Mr. What's his name? Fucking Cheat on Chief. There you go.
You couldn't remember Donald Trump's name?
What about Cheat on Chief? He wants to get rid of all the teaching and teach America's real history in school now.
Oh yeah, that was the patriotism program.
Patriotism, whatever fucking name.
It. Yeah, his initiative to put more MAGA into the student history curriculum.
Yeah, it's fucking whatever.
That's just another reason why we need to get this asshole out of office, man. So that never comes to fruition. Because it's in response to the 1619 project, which, if anyone isn't familiar, they've been teaching the real history of America, trying and fighting to get it worked into student curriculum, more stuff about slavery and things. And basically, Trump and co. want to whitewash it. They want to whitewash all that back out our history and give you, fucking Popeye with an American flag. Fucking have a hamburger, dude.
Have a hamburger.
Chevy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not what they sold us, some bullshit, y'all. And you know it. We all went through the same school, man. And what they told us this country was, it's not what it is. It's not really real life, but it could be.
It's the real life if you got money.
We do this work and fix these problems. And it's crazy, and sometimes that we get so much opposition from people for things like equality, like just broad, general, decent concepts, like inalienable rights. But if that's the battle we got to fight, that's the battle we got to fight. In my opinion, it's always worth fighting for.
It's always going to be worth fighting for.
Simple, basic rights of human life. Bare minimum standards. That's what we're talking here.
And we're the greatest country, so we should have it. Other countries have it. Why can't we? That's the thing that I don't understand.
We're the wealthiest nation in the history of the world.
That don't tax the rich.
How the fuck do we have an American city that looks like a third world country?
Multiple cities.
But even one is too many.
Yeah.
But yes, there's multiple.
We got one fucking 7 minutes away.
It's ridiculous.
Detroit's 4 hours away. And all types of little towns between Toledo and Cleveland.
I'm not a full-blown socialist either, truth be told. Like, I'll talk that crazy socialist shit. But I like the capitalism plus idea because I like to make money. I don't want anyone capping my money, but at the same time, I'm going to kick in and make sure that we have a better society. I'm going to kick my fair share in. I promise you. Like, nobody would be happier to pay taxes than me because I believe in it. But if our money's getting misspent, that's a different discussion. That means we got to get better politicians in there. That's why we have the right to vote. That's why you need to inform yourself and vote.
Vote in local elections. Local.
Illinois got a new tax plan on the books, and it's going to be interesting to see how people respond to it. It's this typical tactics. They tell the blue collar people that they're getting taxed more. They tell us that there's taxing the rich. We'll see what the truth of it is, I guess. Then we'll see who believes what and what comes of it. It's such a public relation game. It's not even what's true. It's just what you can get people to believe.
Yeah, exactly what it is. Oh, that's about it for us today. Rest in peace, Notorious RBG.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg. God bless your soul.
Rest in peace.
She loved opera, so I guess the harp is the closest.
Yeah.
To this podcast.
Let's not forget. Yeah, guys, this is him. This is him.
Vote him out of office.
What are
and please, if you're gonna vote by mail, use both the envelopes. Don't get your vote thrown out. I'll be repeating that between now and the election.
what's our Jason Hall?
Oh, that's the homie. What's up, Jason?
He said, "What are your thoughts about the gold vote or libertarians in general?"
Joe Jorgensen lost me when she said that she wanted to abolish minimum wage. That was as far as I got with her. I'm all for third parties, but I want to see a real contender with real money. It's $1 billion business. Dude, the Democrats just raised $365 million in August between Joe Biden and the DNC. If you can't play at that level, you're not going to compete. Now, however, if you want to talk about getting the money out of politics, you want to get into Citizens United and all that, that's probably something best for next week because it's a whole other discussion. But we could talk about that. But the reality is right now, it's a big money game. And I need to see a legitimate big money candidate. I'll consider anybody. But you got to be serious. Don't hand me a lame duck, bro. I can't go with that. I got to believe that we got a chance at winning.
Yeah, I feel you. That's
I gave Gary, what was his name in 2016 a shot. The dude had the Aleppo moment, man. It tanked the whole deal. Turned out his vice president, who was supposed to be his co-president, seemed brighter than he was. I thought he should have been the dude at the top of the ticket. Bill Weld.
Oh, okay.
Gary, I forget Gary's name, but whatever. That's the most serious contenders I can tell you since I've been watching politics, paying attention to it. That's not enough for me, man. I got to see someone that has some real mojo and some real cake. Appreciate you asking questions, though.
Yeah, that's what we like. That's why I like that we do it live so we could have this this interaction and shit like this. And also, guys, you could always if you don't want to be on Facebook, you could always go to robvillain.com. It's streaming. Scroll down a little bit, of streaming right there on the homepage. You go to YouTube page. Go search Villain Radio Network. We don't have a custom URL for
we'll get to
YouTube yet because you got to have 100 subscribers. So go to YouTube page. If you're on Facebook right now, go into the video and right up here somewhere. There should be a little link. You click that, it'll take you to the YouTube shit. YouTube app will open on your phone because you're probably watching on your phone. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Share this. If you're in any political groups, you could take this link, paste it in that link, paste it. Oh my God, I'm old. That's how you know. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
What did you say? Did you have a Joe Biden dementia moment?
Yeah, it'll be like, yeah. So fucking
take a drug test, bro.
Yeah, take drug test as I'm smoking weed. But yeah. Subscribe, like, share.
Vote. We're preferably vote blue, but fucking vote.
Yeah, me and Rich were talking right before the show. We're probably gonna do a live election night thing. We probably won't be here at the studio. This is my Speak No Evil background right there. But we'll probably be at home, but we'll be set up. So because with the technology we use, we could be at home and all that shit.
Yeah, live comments.
We could go live where Trump's going to be.
Reactions.
Trump's going to be Trump's home after.
My living room in his full orange glory.
Yeah.
God, this can't be life. How is this life, man? What happened? What happened to us, America? Come on,
Marty McFly. Marty McFly altered the timeline somehow.
You know it all. I hate to say it, but it all started with Rise of Skywalker. That movie just tipped reality on its side.
Hey, it's the bounce back, right?
We need a bounce back.
But thank you guys for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
I'll be live. We're gonna be doing some after hour shit. At the end of my shows, all my shows I do, I'm letting everybody know. We'll be doing some. Be checking out villainradio.live. 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 Starting October 1st, Facebook's really going to crack down on music playing and and playing of third party shit altogether. So there's going to be Uncle Bobby After Dark segments. I'm going to be bringing those back, and we'll be doing a couple other things from there also. So that way, it's not hosted on anything else. It's hosted straight on my server, but you have to go to that villainradio.live thing. But I'm building it out right now, so there'll be a chat, so you'll be able to chat in there and shit like that. Just in case they start cracking down on certain shit on our end here, we'll be going live on both platforms, then moving it on over, depending on how everything goes after the first.
By the way, shout out to Rob's fucking Golden Girl shirt. I might be a little slow to the game, but I was just noticing that. How about that shit?
Yeah, I got a couple of them.
That's how we keep it funky over here.
Yeah, for the next 2 weeks.
Tebow,
I know.
Taking you back to the eras. Yeah. The era, make America great again.
Yeah, exactly.
Back in Friday and Golden Girls and shit.
So it's gonna be and then look out for we're gonna be doing a special edition. We're supposed to be doing a special edition of the Danger Zone this week. Let you in on some shit that's going on. Il Brown got going on and shit like that. We have Unpopular Opinion. We might be doing that later tonight. I have no idea. Maybe tomorrow. I have no clue. But there's all types of stuff in the works here at Villain Radio. 219-702-6028. We got studio time available in 2 studios. We have a podcast studio, like you see as I was switching through the backgrounds. We could accommodate 3 people. As of right now, we'll be expanding to 4-person setup soon. Green screen capable. We also do photo shoots on the green screen and shit like that. We don't got no other backdrops. We just got the green screen as of right now. So before you call and everything, then inquire about all that other stuff. But robvillain.com, check that out. Text the hotline, like I said, 219-702-6028. We'll be back next Wednesday at 5 o'clock.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
You know? Thank you, guys.
Peace.
Let's play our little thing.
Hit him with the bullshit.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go to my sound effects. And see you next week.